Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be a first impressions video. In today's first impressions video, we are taking a look at my brand new H&R Predator build. There are no sponsors to the channel right now. If you would like to help me out, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button and comment down below. The comments just give me some good old motivation to keep doing these videos, and they do help out the algorithm. From there, if you're looking to diversify your subscription feed, I have my B channel, FF Lifestyle. I got a lot of fun content over there. Really, you never know what the hell I'm gonna post. The only thing I don't really do a lot of is gun-related stuff, but I have mountain biking, longboarding, skateboarding, fitness content, hiking, adventure vlogs, everything you could imagine. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Hit that card in the right-hand corner of your screen. I would greatly appreciate it. You know the old saying, don't meet your heroes? That has been happening a hell of a lot here on the channel recently, and this is the second range day in a row that has just let me down so bad, and you have no idea how sad it is for me to start this video in this way. The bad first, and then we are just going to go over the build itself. What did I do? Why did I do it? And go from there. Ultimately, this rifle performed like absolute dog shit today. And I am quite frustrated at the moment with PSA in this video just because they really let me down a good bit with this rifle, and I'm pretty surprised. Without a doubt, you guys are going to be seeing some really cool B-roll, smoke grenades, and stuff like that. I'm going to clip out all of the reliability issues in those Instagram reels just because, you know, we spent a lot of time and effort getting those shots. But in this full tabletop, you're going to see the whole thing. And man, was it a bummer. It was getting failures to feed, failures to eject, double feeds, just everything under the sun. And you'll notice that when it is working, in the shots that it is working, the brass is absolutely pooping out almost all the way to the rear. It is very obviously an undersized gas port or just low gas in the system overall. Now, I don't know that that is the culprit for sure. I'm going to ultimately break it down and do more of a deep dive and figure out exactly what is going on. But what this is built out of is an H&R complete 604 upper. So this is an early upper receiver with a 1-in-7 barrel, 20-inch barrel, rifle length setup, and a very early slick side design upper. Now, I'm not sure if they meant to do this or forgot, but there are no M4 cuts in the upper itself. You have it in the actual barrel insert that comes out, but in the upper, there's no M4 cuts. It's just a solid shelf. So that could very likely be why the failures to feed are happening. Not exactly sure there. If it is that way, I'll just file the upper a little bit and we'll probably be good to go. But the rifle was laughably undergassed. I mean, it was having some major gassing issues, and the only thing that I could immediately point to is that the barrel itself has an undersized gas port. Now, this is an H&R upper, but it's still made, of course, at PSA. This is also a PSA lower. So this is one of the slick side lowers. I believe it is a 601 lower, and it's designed to utilize the detent pin that has a little spring detent in there, and you can see again it is a no shelf slick side lower. And when we get into why I chose these parts, obviously I'll go over Arnold's build and the Predator and exactly what that was compared to this. We did try it with an additional lower that I have from good old FF Pocketsmith. He gave me his lower to try out, and it seemed to work fine. He also had a shorter rifle length spring in his A1 stock. So we put that rifle length spring in there, see if that was the issue, and we experienced the exact same reliability problems. It was just barely pooping out the brass, and it is noticeably under gas. Now, no recoil whatsoever, but of course, something is not working right. Now, I'm going to see furthermore if there is a burr somewhere or some other problem like that. The one thing that, I'm not quite as bummed out about is trying to diagnose an issue with an AR-15 variation is much easier to figure out than some other gun like the Thompson or something else like that. I should say, not only is it easier to figure out, but if I wanted to, I could order a completely new barrel right now and swap it out without any issues. So I'm not really too much chomping at the bit right now to send this back to PSA because it's pretty easy to figure out what's wrong with an AR-15. I'm really just more so super bummed out and kind of dumbfounded that in this day and age, an AR-15 is coming out with reliability problems when it is one of the simplest guns to manufacture in the correct way. With that being said, there are mass volumes coming out of PSA right now, so occasionally you'll get bad QC issues, but this is unacceptable. I mean, come on, man. Now, I did order this direct from PSA. This is not a T&E gun. PSA did know I was ordering it, gave me a couple bucks back on my credit card after ordering it, but it was essentially full price right off the website, and I ordered the upper separate from the lower, so I don't know that the uppers are getting any sort of QC firing at the factory as a full gun would. Not entirely sure there. Take that for what you will. I am super bummed, and I spent a lot of money on this gun, and I really wanted to bring it to the range, expecting it to just work, because it's just an AR. Like, when has an AR just not worked recently for you? And of course, the curse of the YouTuber range strikes again. Throwing all that out the window, the rifle is cool as shit, man. I put a lot of effort into autistically cloning this movie gun. A lot of effort. Today, I am sporting the Seiko watch that Arnold wore in Predator and also Commando. This was his personal watch. Cool side note. And I tried to clone his SP1 M16 that he used in the movie identically. Now, in the movie, he used a totally fake M203, so there is that. That's why the rear of the M203 looks the way that it does in the movie. This is very much a real 40mm M203 destructive device that I have for this rifle. I have the upper grenade launching handguard that was as seen in the movie, and that I got from Rooftop Defense, along with the LMT receiver, and then I Form 1 the receiver into a destructive device, and that is where I got the barrel from as well. That would be the direction where I would go personally. And the rifle of choice, the closest I could see, because he had a completely slab side upper receiver, was the H&R 604, because it was also kind of like a grayish Parkerizing, if you will, in the movie. So the 604 seemed to be the best option from H&R, which is the complete upper that I went with here. You have to have a pencil barrel to work with the M203 and the underbarrel mount. Huge, huge, huge shout out to this dude who's on eBay and on Reddit. His eBay thing is airplane hanger stuff. Nicest dude, and he actually has the original barrel mount that you're looking for these M203s, which is shockingly hard to find. So that's how I mounted it to the pencil barrel. Held up great. Not a bad price at all. I paid full retail for it, but I just want to give him a huge shout out. Super cool dude. He was very helpful for me. And again, just check him out. He's a super genuine dude. On top of that, there is no grenade launching sight on this handguard. In the movie, you'll notice that there is no sight whatsoever. Now, a lot of people were saying that this gun was actually the exact same gun that was in Scarface, and that's actually not the case. It's a completely different base rifle. It's a completely different upper. The Scarface gun had the front sight, grenade launching sight, and it also had the carry handle sight. So same, but different. And then the sling used in the movie is what I am assuming to be a USGI silent sling, which is basically just a nylon cotton web kind of deal sling, one of the two, with just 2 buckles on either side. Now, realistically, as you can see, it obviously wouldn't be ideal to have a sling covering your grenade launching port on your 40 mil. So this is not super practical, but it is in the whole first half of the movie, which is why I have it here today in this gun. And these are only like 15 bucks online. They're super cheap. And I'm assuming that that is why halfway through the movie, you can see the producers completely remove the sling. I would imagine that got super annoying as they were firing flares or whatever the hell else they fired through that fake mock M203. In the movie, he has a completely slab side lower receiver. There is no fence whatsoever, and this is because, of course, it's an SP1. So in the movie, he has the screw pattern pin. Obviously, I don't have that for this setup, but that's okay. And I have an A1 stock. Now, this is all new furniture, so it doesn't have quite the patina that the movie has, but ultimately this is an identical copy to the movie. And I even went as far as getting his camouflage M81 tank top, which I was able to figure out is just one of the USGI M81 t-shirts that he cut into a tank top and cut the collar off of. I was not able to find for the life of me the LBE that he was wearing, the vest. And from everything that I've seen, like you see it at first, you're like, oh, that's got to be some sort of just USGI LBE. It has to be. But the more you look into it, it's like impossible to find. And I actually think they custom made that vest for the movie for Arnold to wear. Ironically, of course, he has no magazine storage throughout the movie, and he's just somehow able to have magazine after magazine without storing them anywhere. But he does have, of course, 2 grenades tied by the pin, because why would you not, on that vest? And that's really what I wanted to replicate. But again, unfortunately, I was not able to find that vest. There's only one site out there. It was like US Jackets, and it looks super Temu-y and not great. And I don't think it would be good. And it was like $130 for that vest for like a knockoff that may or may not even come in the mail. So I wasn't really interested in that. I'm trying to remain as excited as I can be for this gun. I had such high hopes in my mind. Like, I have wanted this gun. I say this all the time, but truly, since I was a little kid watching Predator, I wanted this gun. I wanted to be Arnold in that movie, and I would run around the backyard in the woods by my house and try to reenact that movie. And all I wanted today was to go to the range and just simply just burn this thing down and let it rip. And I'm just so bummed that it was just a total turd right out of the factory. So I'm going to diagnose this. I'm going to get it back to the range, and I'm hopefully going to get a gun that just works and figure out what is wrong with it. I have no doubt that PSA would 100% offer some sort of warranty repair on this. I'm just a little bit bummed out that this is the case. And honestly, my other H&R was absolutely glorious. So I don't really know what the deal is with this, but it is what it is. I'm not going to hide anything from you guys here on the channel. If a gun does not perform well, you're going to hear about it. So hopefully some of you still enjoyed this, and this is not saying that you could not build this 100% reliably. You could piece this together piece by piece by piece and still build it, especially because LMT is still putting out 37 mil flare launchers. So you could do this in a complete non-NFA setup and be 100% fine. But hopefully you guys still found this video somewhat entertaining, somewhat helpful, and you can respect the sheer volume of time that I put into this build. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more great content coming soon.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!